What's up, otakus? It's your tour guide here. We got another little haul. I mean, we weren't expecting to. I was just at Half Price Books, like earlier. No, I want to say last week. Oh, no, earlier in the week. I think I was there on like Tuesday or Monday. Didn't find anything at the Bellevue Half Price Books, but we were there again today, and I didn't do a thorough job. Last time I was kind of like just rushing through, and today we had some time, so I did a more thorough dig, and we found some good stuff, um, which I'm going to share with you. One wasn't there. One I think they just put into either recently, so we found that. Um, Another one we didn't see there either, but I know the other cop. Like there's another book in the run. I saw that one. I didn't see this one, so I didn't even think it was there. But then I found it today, and we picked that up. And then there's a big book that we've got. We're gonna have to do some eraser time today, and very excited to do eraser time. I haven't done eraser time in a while, but as we grade and take a look at the artwork and the condition of the book I have, we'll talk about it. All right, so it's a very small haul, 3-book haul, and then we're just going to get to grading it, and then going to call it a weekend, and um, yeah, we'll call it a night. So it's going to be, I think, a short video, depending on how long the eraser time takes. But the first book we picked up, it's a beauty. I mean, I've come to the realization that I'm an Alex Ross fan. I've been kind of trying to tell myself, no, you're not an Alex Ross. I'm a fan. I love his artwork, but like there are just there's some covers out there that I'm just like in terms of Superman work, it's on another. I mean, his Superman is just fabulous. And so I had this cover. I had this cover for a long time, and I always wanted to get, it's not a connecting cover per se, but it's sort of like a linked cover. If you ever watched, uh, Justice League and the Legion of Doom growing up, the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, that was just like the best like superhero cartoon. It pitted Justice League versus all the Legion of Doom character, most of the characters you see right here, and it was just a fabulous cartoon to watch growing up. It was on every. I mean, I think it was on every day on where I lived. So you just come home from school and you just watch that. Um, it was great. But yeah, so I had this cover, and then today we were looking for the opposite cover, and we finally got in the collection. So picked that up. Um, just beautiful artwork. Just love how love this concept of the Legion of Doom, and then the Justice League characters right there. You got Aquaman in the forefront, looking Aquaman-y, and all the beloved DC characters. So that was great. That was a great big pickup, and that's a nice, clean, minty copy. I don't think we need to get that graded. This one has a lot of issues, but it didn't scream like don't get me. I'd say it's a solid mid-grade book. It's a hardbound. It's a cardstock. It's a cardstock sort of trade paperback. But it's got, again, Kingdom Come. This is number 2. They had number 1 there, but there was like a big bent corner, and the cover on 1 isn't like, it's got Spectre at the forefront. It wasn't like my favorite cover. This one, however, I just love this cover right there with Superman, Wonder Woman, and it's a wraparound. There's like Wonder Girl and some other characters on the back cover. We'll take a look at it when we get to grading it. But yeah, I mean, it was just, I was kind of like, the grade's not that great. You know, it's got some issues. But again, this is a half off cover, so we got it for like under, $250, essentially. We got it for $250 essentially. So yeah, for that amount, this is like a $2 book in terms of where its grades at. Well, maybe it's a $3 book in terms of where its grades at. I kind of paid what it's worth, but I've always kind of wanted to add this book because this book is where I first became aware of Alex Ross artwork. And I wasn't even collecting comics or anything at the time. I just remember I was in a mall somewhere, and I saw some comics on the shelf, and I saw this book, and I was like, whoa. And I walked over and I kind of read through it, looked at the artwork, and I was just like, wow, that is really amazing artwork. And then I took notice of the name Alex Ross, and I was like, So that was kind of my first, introduction to Alex Ross. I know he'd done stuff prior, but I remember, right around this time, he was just doing a lot of stuff, and I just kept seeing more and more of his stuff, in the comic sections. And I just remember thinking, man, that's pretty cool. So, now that I'm back into comic books, this is a book that's like, in terms of Alex Ross artwork, this is his first, this series is his first work for DC, and he's done so much great stuff for DC, but this is sort of his introduction to DC. And this was a great, it's called Elseworlds. It's not really like continuity. It's like sort of this other timeline. But yeah, again, the cover art is just amazing. So yeah, for $250, I'll get this. So we got $1.50, $2.50, and then this one we got for essentially $1.25, and it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's like it's the latest addition to the John Byrne collection. Guys, I collect John Byrne stuff. There's so much John Byrne stuff out there that we really have to kind of be selective. Well, this is one of those things you kind of want in your collection if you're a John Byrne collector. And what we picked up is Epic Illustrated 26. This is as you can see from the cover, there's a Bill Sienkiewicz cover about the last Galactus story. And this is an original story by John Byrne. He does all the artwork in it. Terry Austin inks it, and then he writes the story as well. But it's about this like female Nova character, and it just starts this series. This actual story ran to the end of this Epic Illustrated run, and it didn't get a chance to finish. This Epic Illustrated ended before John was able to release the final issue or story episode, which is what makes this a bit of a unique kind of collectible. It's a story that never got fully published. So there's an opportunity maybe at some point where Marvel may publish that last story, but essentially what John Byrne would have done in that last issue is he was going to have Galactus kind of commit suicide, basically, like kill, like release all his energy out into the universe and create like a second Big Bang that would, form a new universe. And that was why it's called the last Galactus story. It's basically telling his demise or the end of Galactus. So this is a big comic book in terms of collectibles. I know there's a lot of this available on eBay. I saw, but again, we got the artist for $1.25. So, I mean, you can't beat that, right? $1.25. Now it does have issues. It's not. It's got creases. I wouldn't venture to say it's a low grade book, but it's definitely like mid to low, I guess. It does need a press, but we'll get into grading it right now. So we're gonna do some eraser time, get to grading it. In fact, I'm gonna start with this book just so we can like clean it up, see what we're working with, and show off a little bit of the artwork. All right, let me get this prepped here. It's a magazine. We'll just take a look what we have. Okay, so I got this beautiful Sienkiewicz cover, Galactus. There's some other artists as well in this issue. We've got a couple stories. Ken Stacy is an artist in this run. John Lakey is an artist in this run. Richard Geary is an artist in this run. Michael Kaluta and David Sim, as well as like Tim Conrad and Keiichi Koike. And I guess we'll kind of preview some of the artwork in here. There's a lot of good stuff. Here's the Dave Sim artwork. Cerebus. What is that? Yeah, that's kind of cool. So this is sort of the vibe. Epic Illustrated. Epic was sort of the offshoot of Marvel. It was kind of like Marvel's Vertigo before Vertigo. It kind of dealt with more adult themed comics, sort of more intricate storytelling or more mature storytelling. This was the sort of it was, if you look up here, well, I'm not gonna. It basically up here it says the Marvel magazine of fantasy and science fiction. So it's kind of like trying to be this like heavy metal / the Epic label itself, the brand itself was like publishing, again, comic books, but sort of more adult oriented comic books. This magazine specifically focused on like, basically artwork, like sort of giving license to creators to kind of do what they want to do, tell the stories they want to tell. And, for the most part, this is, I think it's basically Marvel's heavy metal. There aren't any ads. It's really sort of like comic fanboy kind of stuff. See a lot of like interest. So here's the story. Here's the last Galactus story. And it starts here again. A lot of stars and galaxies, and you got this like female Nova, and it's just like 4 pages or so. But it's to be continued, and Galactus doesn't actually show up in this, but you get the sense that he's coming, right? And again, I haven't read any of this, but this is all very cool stuff. But this issue does have issues, like grading wise, it has issues. As you can see, there's a doesn't really break color. Maybe it does a little bit. Okay, it breaks color there. And then it's got some more creases here at the top, right here, breaks color. And it's got a little bit of a like a tear here, nothing major. But there's a little tear there. So this could very well, improve the press. And we will probably do it at some point. I just what I'm going to focus on right now is just getting it kind of cleaned up, wiping some of the dirt and dinge off, getting the sort of the turned edges pointing out a little bit more. It's a beautiful copy though. Again, with some eraser time, we're going to clean it up and clean it up nice. So I'm just wiping off the surface dirt. I mean, this is from 1984, so it's kind of old. It's been just sitting in the half-price books there. This is the thing. If I'd gotten to this maybe as it first entered the bin, it might have been spared some of these ridge ripples. But I think I didn't even check to see if this was there. I don't usually check the magazine section because I don't think I'll find any. And plus, it's really the condition of all those books are really just not desirable. But in this instance, it probably would have served me to check. But again, we checked today, and again, I'm happy with this pickup. This is a very nice pickup. I just feel like I picked up a big burn piece, like a big piece for the burn collection. You got all this great fantasy art too in here. It's really incredible. All right. Yeah, here's an ad for Void Indigo for mature readers. It's kind of what Epic was all about. All right. Well, we got some of the dirt off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some eraser time here on the back. See if I can't get it. Rub some of this slough off. Get the dirt off here. This is a perfect candidate for eraser time. Just got this very light layer of, see, I don't know if you can, probably can't see it. There's a little bit of brown rubbing off on there. It is getting a little wider. Just want to get it very brown on this spine, so I just want to get that spine cleaner. Boom. Yeah. All right. That looks good. I'm just going to get some more eraser. Get the eraser white again. We're just going to go round two. Nice. All right. I think we're good. That cover I'm not going to be so focused on. We do want to look in a little wider on the edges there. All right. Now I'm going to shift. That does look a little better. Going to shift the focus to this top section here and the spine. So I'm going to give you sort of a glimpse of what the spine looks like. There we go. As you can see, it's a little dingy here. Maybe you can't see through. Camera's not the best, but I'm just going to work that edge there. Get it looking a little wider. There we go. Here we go. The spine is surprisingly really nice. It's the edges that are, again, it was sitting in that bin. I'm sure when it entered the bin, the person who had this book had taken care of it. And then it entered that bin and people were just thumbing through it. So that's what we have. That's just some handling damage at the top there. Just going to lightly. There we go. There we go. It's looking a lot better. I think I cleaned it up a little bit. There we go. All right, now we're going to do this top section. And I'm just going to be very, very gentle with the top section because, it's not. There's just a little dusty there. Got some fingerprints and stuff on there. So we're just going to wipe all that top dirt off very lightly. Nice. All right. Looking good. Eraser time. It's been a while since I did some eraser time, and I gotta say it feels good to do eraser time. It's just a nice, relaxing way to end the weekend, start the work week. Nice. Yeah, I can see it's a lot cleaner than it was before. There we go. All right. Now we're going to do a little bit of this bottom edge. We'll call it. We'll just, whoa, careful here. Do a little bit of this bottom edge. Yeah, that dirt's coming right off. I'm just going to go off camera here for a bit. Beautiful. Nice. You can actually see the streaks from the eraser. It's just cutting into that top layer, whatever it was. Boom. So much cleaner. All right. Then we're going to end on this edge here. Not do too much today. Just some eraser time. Don't want to get that. There we go. Woo! Beauty, beauty. Absolutely beautiful. Looks a lot cleaner. I'll put it in the bag and board now. We'll take a look at my Kingdom Come copy here. Let's put this away. All right, so the next book we got is this Kingdom Come, and we're just gonna kind of cover the grade. I give that epic. I'm gonna give it a 4 or 5. I think with the press it can be higher. Spine's really clean. I mean, it's the creases are really what's keeping it, I think, in the VG range on that previous book. This one, it's a black cover, so as you can see, there's just wear and tear all along the bottom there. And this is a cardstock, so it's not like you can press this out or anything. You just got a lot of edge, like bent, sort of curled corners there, or I should say, sort of. Surprisingly, the surface of the book is really like no creases or anything on the surface. Maybe some indentations there, but the surface looks really, really clean. I'll show you this top edge here. Let's see what I'm working with, and then I'm going to wrap it, turn it around. There's that beautiful back cover, Green Lantern, Hawkman, Wonder Girl. Beautiful. Not Wonder Girl. What's her name? Her name's, I'm blanking on her name. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to give this a quick just wipe down. Should help just make it look clean. There's a lot of, this is another, not that it's old, but it's from the mid 90s. So it's been just collecting dirt on its surface. So I'm going to just clean that up a little bit. Hang on, I'm going to just get a little spritz of bleach and then I'll be back. Hang on. Okay, so we got a little bit of the bleach stuff. Just gonna do a nice little wipe down here. Okay, that's pretty clean. And then get this one as well. So, obviously there are a lot of copies of this book, and you're probably like, why'd you pick up a mid-grade book? You probably could have paid, you probably could have gotten a better copy of this out of a dollar bin or something. And that's all fair. Those are fair statements. If I'd been patient on this, I could have probably picked up a higher grade copy, maybe $3, rather than pay, what did I pay? $250 for this, $250 for a mid-grade book. But to be honest, I've been looking for this book for a while, and I just don't run into it all that often. I know I could go to the comic book shop and maybe pay probably pay $5 for it. But I figured, $250, not a bad price. And again, this isn't like a horrible book. It's got issues, but it's not like I'm gonna sit here and read this. So I'm just gonna go. I want to take a look at the interiors. We can do that, I guess. There's one panel I want to show you that's just like my favorite panel out of this run. Let me find it here. I just don't want to open it up too much. I think it's where Superman makes his appearance here. Yeah, but like this. I think this is on a poster somewhere. You got that. You've also got, there's another. Not seeing it. Anyway, yeah, I figured just get it in the collection now. If we can find a better copy for cheap, we'll pick that up. But for now, this is this does it for me. This is not a book I have to have in high grade. Just getting it in the collection and enjoying the artwork is fine by me. So yeah, gonna put this at a solid solid mid-grade. Go 5.0 on this one. There we go. Kingdom Come. Beautiful. So that was the haul. Those are the grades. I figure, this is like a 4. Gonna go 4.0, 4.5 on this one. 4.5. I think 4.5 is fair. But it's got some major creasing just on the top here. This one, it breaks color a little bit, but you know, if it presses out, it's not that big of a issue. There are some ridged, you know, ripples along the edge there, but overall, just really pleased with this book. You know, for me, it's not necessarily great. Just having the book itself is important, along with this. I mean, this is just, you know, again, I'm pleased with where the grade is on this one. Doesn't necessarily detract from me. It's not like, I mean, I know you can find high grade copies of this, but you're also going to find a lot of issues with just little minor, like it's going to be hard to get a black cover like this in like near mid grade. You're just going to have like issues. Again, cardstock cover. You got to keep this really immaculate for not to pick up wear over the years, especially if you've read it or, you know, had it in your long box and you're constantly like kind of pulling it out and digging it out. It's hard to keep a cardstock cover like that preserved, but just again, just an absolutely phenomenal cover there. All right, well, that is it. We got 3, and this one, you know, this is a it's got a few spine ticks. Yeah, you know, even with the spine ticks, I'd say it's a 9. Still say it's a 9.4. Yeah, we'll go 9.4 on this one. I mean, it's got a few spine ticks down here. Not well, you can't tell. This is the bag, not the. But you can see right there. No, that's the bag. Here, let me just take it out. No, I don't want to take it out. Trust me, there's like a spine tick right there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And maybe right there, but that's about it. So, oh, maybe another little staple tick right there as well. But given those, everything else is really looks absolutely just gorgeous. So go 9.4 on that one. All right, yeah, thanks for the little, you know, it's a short video. Generally when I would have generally probably saved this stuff for next week to show off because we may pick up some additional stuff, but I figured Sunday night, you know, I had the books here. I kind of wanted to clean it and do all that stuff. So I figured go live and share what we got. So yeah, I mean, I've still got this like beat up copy of Heavy Metal, and now we got this sort of beat up copy of Epic Illustrated, the John Byrne original story and art. Just absolutely. I'm happy with this haul. It's not a, you know, it's a $6 3-book haul. I paid about $2 per book, but I think we got our value out of it. These are all books that we've wanted to add, so really happy with the pickups. Yeah, nice pickups. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Have a great week. Peace out.